miserable for 5 minutes? Although their intentions were to raise my spirits, I couldn't stand another bouquet of flowers or cards signed by all my friends and classmates wishing me to get well soon, or telling me how much they missed me. At first, the attention had been nice, but it had turned into a sick reminder I wasn't like them. I didn't get to have a carefree life. Perhaps I was too cynical. Maybe I should believe what everyone kept saying to me. There's always hope, until there isn't. The trees rustled. Perfectly still, I watched. I heard muffled voices, but I couldn't make out what they were saying. I didn't think it was anyone I knew. The voices were deep, low. A man wearing a baseball cap emerged. He was old, like my dad's age. His face was weathered, as if he spent a lot of time outdoors. Another figure emerged behind him, but was thinner, taller, and younger. He was wearing a similar getup. Father and son? Focusing on the men's features, I thought I knew them from somewhere, but I couldn't place them. I lifted my hand to wave, but they didn't wave back. They stared and whispered something I couldn't make out. A wave of foreboding washed over me before beads of sweat formed on my forehead and my mind spun. The older one yelled, "Get her!" I opened my mouth to scream, but nothing came out. 1. Val. His lips were moving, but I was tired of listening to his words. Why he thought repeating himself would gain my agreement was beyond me. He was being overly cautious, and it was unnecessary. He must have noticed my lack of interest in the topic because he whisper-yelled, "Val, you're not Superwoman." I never claimed I was, I retorted. The doctor said I'm fine. I just have a few bumps and scrapes here and there. In a week, tops, I'll be at full speed. Kieran's dark brows furrowed, and his lips curled into a frown. He was clearly fed up with my protests. Just because he was my supervisor, he thought he knew what was best for me. He thought he understood my strengths and full capabilities, but how could he have possibly known? Yes, we had worked together for a decade, and we'd worked on dozens of cases together, but he wasn't me. He didn't know my thoughts, my feelings, or my energy level. His concern was likely because of my exterior shell contradicting how I actually felt. The nurse had shown me a mirror, so I understood I looked worse for wear, with a large Band-Aid on my cheek surrounded by colorful bruises that matched those on my wrists, and, of course, the little souvenir from the bear. Admittedly, I wouldn't be entering any beauty contests anytime soon. Although if there were a zombie beauty pageant for middle-aged women, I might have a chance.
Look, when you're feeling better, we'll talk about you rejoining the team. When you're back, we want you at 100%.
100%? What did that even mean? On most days, I gave 100%. Maybe I was knocked down to 85%, but that was still above average. I've been worse. I'm ready to get back out there with the team.
We can't have you working from a hospital bed, Val. You know that.
Kieran was a great leader, and he had become a good friend. But I wasn't about to let him sideline me in the search for the man who had put me in said hospital bed. I'm being discharged in a few hours, and I don't want to lose momentum. As of right now, the bear has a 2-day head start. Kieran stepped closer, making the lines on his face even clearer and the scar on his cheek pronounced. He wasn't stupid. He'd been in this job a long time, and if I was thinking rationally, not high on painkillers and filled with rage at the situation, maybe I would have heeded his warnings sooner. He had experience, something I should trust.
The team is working to locate him. You didn't think we'd just pack up and leave, did you?
No, but I wanted to be involved in taking him down. I had more than earned it. I had faith in the team, but I knew the bear better than anyone. They needed my help. He gazed down at me with those wise brown eyes like a big, beefy owl and said,
"Val, you know this guy better than any of us. He's never gone after any of his escaped victims."